G'day guys, Sci-Fi back again with no action figure news whatsoever or any figures to show. Just some unpleasant news in case you didn't know. A good friend of mine, one of the old guard of the community, collecting community, has passed away. Joe Volcano, also known as Volcanics Playground. He's lost his fight with cancer. He nearly beat it. He nearly did. He had CA of the lungs, and he beat that. And this fucking insidious disease metastasized into his bones, and yep, it got him in the end. I miss Joe. He's, as I said, he's one of the old guard. He's older than me. I mean, as of August of this year, I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and I found him, or he found me, or whatever. And yeah, we connected and chatted. Yeah, Joe I think he's from Staten Island in New York, or Rhode Island, I forget. I've got his address upstairs somewhere. I don't know. I tried to find it so I could write a letter, or at least give a letter or write some sort of thing to his family, but no, I can't find it at the moment. And yeah, it was only yesterday that I received the news, and I was pretty gutted because yeah, I used to get messages, I've beaten the cancer, I beat it, like fucking new beauty, And then a couple of months after that, a couple of months ago, it's back again. It's in my bones. And so I've been talking to him on Messenger, and but I'll explain that again. But yeah, like Joe, like Volcanics Playground, if you don't know him, please give him a look in. I can't link his channel, but yeah, just look up Volcanics Playground with a U, Volcanics Playground. That's him, Joe Volcano. I'd say that's a bit of Italian, I'd say. Italian American. I don't know. But yeah, check his channel out. It's absolutely astonishing the amount of stuff he had. I mean, playground indeed. He had a room, like a huge lounge room with no lounges in it or TVs, and just he had two of everything, basically. Play sets. He had figures, 375, vehicles, 2 or 3 of them. He had, I mean, thousands of figures and sets, and yeah, it was blown away. I think I remember him doing he did a room tour, if you want to call it that. And I think he did it part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh, shut up. Part 1, part 2, part 3. And they all went for about 35, 40 minutes each. That's how much stuff he's got. And he couldn't even explain every single vehicle or figure or whatever. He just went, that's that. He's a lovely guy. Yeah, he really was. He was also quite generous. He didn't throw hundreds of. He gave me a couple of figures back in the day when we first started. He said, "Here, I think this is when Rebels was about." And he goes, "Here, have some of this." And I've got a couple of sets of these, 2 or 3 sets of these. Have some of that. Posted it to me. And yeah, there were some really hard to find 375 Rebels figures. Wow, thanks, man. And he said, "By the way, there's something else in the box. You got to check it out." Now, he knew from some of my older videos that I make beer, and he said, "I've got something that's going to really set up your beer cellar." No, I'll go get it. 1 second. Don't mind me. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Now check this out. This is absolutely friggin' amazing. Look at this. See that? That is a beer license or a beer certificate or a tax. Yeah. Special tax stamp. It's been stubbed. Yeah. 1878. And I got it framed for a second time because it's an odd shaped thing. All those little stubs there that you take. So you just can't sit there and make stuff. Yeah, you got to actually have it done by the government. Yeah, it's 143 years old. It's one of my most prized possessions that I own. I don't know what it's worth. I don't care. It stays with me in my beer cellar. It looks fantastic. Joe sent that to me. Yeah, so I mean, as I said, he's an absolute generous fellow. Great guy. I mean, yeah. He understands collectors and he understands people who enjoy the finer things in life, like making your own beer. Yeah, so that's a piece of very old American history. It's fantastic. But yeah, I mean, how cool. Yeah, and Joe wasn't just generous. We also used to chat a lot. You know, we used to, troll a few people who decided to, they looked at our videos of some of our really rare stuff. I mean, I was back in the days, I was showing videos of Toy Biz Lord of the Rings figures. He was showing off some of these Knights of the Old Republic 6-pack or 4-pack figures, and we get the same commenter going, how much, sell it now, sell it to us, sell it to me. And so we used to get back together and we'd devise it and go, oh, let's do it, $1 million and 2 of your favorite daughters, like say something pretty darn inappropriate. Who cared? I'm just gonna pop that away. So be very careful. It's old. But yeah, so, and then of course we had a few chats down the line towards when his cancer came back and really bit him high, and and like actual phone calls via message, via WhatsApp or whatever you want to call it. And he was saying, when I'm gone, and all the conversations, when I'm gone. So he knew he was going to shuffle off the mortal coil. And yeah, it was just going to happen. And, you could, people looking death in the face. Joe did with bravery. Just went, yep, done, gonna go. You knew. And that's what really screws me in the head at the moment. Because he's such a great guy, such a gentle, down-to-earth dude. He had no superstardom and whatnot. But yeah, what his biggest fear was his collection, and I'm talking thousands of objects, was that his family was going to hock it off to the nearest bloody pawn shop for about $500 for the lot of them, which would mean his thousands and thousands of figures would be all less than 1 cent. Yet he had things carded and neatly mint condition carded that are probably worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars, going for less than 1 cent. That's what he didn't want to see. So I really hope that his actual idea that he wanted to do was, there's a toy museum somewhere in New York. He wanted to donate them all, and then they can sort them out, and they'll museum the shit out of them, like put them in nice glass cases and risers and detolf shelves or whatever. That would be great. But I don't know. Maybe his family maybe figured it out. Maybe actually watched his videos or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, he reckons they didn't understand it, the whole idea. But yeah, so let's hope. I'm going to start looking up toy museums in New York just to see if anything did go that way. Yeah, I don't know. What else can I say about Joe? He's just a great guy. And it's sad. You know, cancer, it's just one of those insidious things. It really is. I see it a lot at work. That's just what it does and what it is. Joe, my friend, if you are listening somehow, somewhere, you're one with the force, my friend. You have been a good friend for a good 8-9 years or whatever. You know, you were there before me. And also another thing that he did wish for, he's told a few other people online. He was like me. We just plod along, not pushing for subscribers and whatnot. I think he had about 500 when I first met him. You know, like he's just very well established there in the YouTube community, and yeah, he's kicking along, but never made it to 1,000. So I'll tell you what, look up Volcanics Playground and subscribe. Watch his videos and just watch how astoundingly, amazingly huge his collection is. It's bigger than mine. It's bigger than most YouTubers I know of. It's just, yeah, he's got 2 or 3 of everything. Everything. Even some of the newer stuff. He collected to the end. He came back for a few videos. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to talk to him. You know, he thanked me for being a friend. That's all he wanted, because I always said to him, look, man, you've given me some great figures and this awesome certificate, which is very rare and pretty hard to come by. And he said, oh, no, friendship's enough. That'll do. That'll do indeed. Yeah. He's a good guy. I'm going to miss him. Very much so. So there we are, guys. Joe Volcano from New York. Volcanics Playground. One of the old guard. I'm going to miss you, my friend. You are now one with the Force. And I've spoken. Sci-fi out.